Season 8 has been out for about 2 weeks, and today we've got some Sea of Thieves news to talk about, including the delay to the next adventure that was supposed to go live today, as well as a quick discussion about the new PvP game mode and whether Rare are going to address the issues that it's facing now that it's been live for a few weeks. Hello pirates, my name is Ellie and I post regular Sea of Thieves videos on this channel. If you want to stay up to date with the game, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I put up a new video. So today was supposed to be the start of the new adventure, A Rogue's Legacy, and usually these updates go live around midday after a bit of downtime at around 10 AM. However, today there was no notification of any server downtime, and the Sea of Thieves Twitter didn't put anything out about any expected downtime later. This morning, however, Sea of Thieves support tweeted out saying they were putting the new adventure live, but to expect some issues while they worked on things. Now, obviously, this is the first time they've attempted to put an adventure live without any downtime, and it seems as though they're planning to use the same system they used for the in-game mystery to make changes to the game without any downtime for players. However, this time, unfortunately, it looks like something went a bit wrong because several hours later there were no updates or changes in the game, and Sea of Thieves tweeted out saying that they were going to have to delay the launch of the latest adventure to ensure a stable environment for all players. They have said that they will be sharing further updates tomorrow. So no word on how long the adventure is delayed, but I would imagine they'll be wanting it up before the weekend, so hopefully not too long. The biggest thing that interests me about them using this new system to release adventures is how the future patches for the game will work. I think everyone was expecting an adventure update today with a patch alongside it to fix a lot of the bugs that were introduced, or in some cases reintroduced, with the release of Season 8. I think some people were also hoping for Rare to address the matchmaking issues and perhaps even the supplies debate, and maybe even implement some fixes or adjustments with the patch, but it doesn't look like that will be happening. I believe they do intend to address the matchmaking issues at some point soon, and I would hope that a patch will still be in the works for some bug fixes and adjustments. Perhaps we'll have to wait until the end of the next adventure for a patch. I'm assuming this new system will also be able to change the Golden Sands outpost to its next iteration of the transformation to a port town. I'm also expecting some Christmas decorations to start popping up in-game as well. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow, I guess. In relation to the new game mode, now that it's been out for a couple of weeks, I just wanted to talk about the health of the mode and revisit the two issues that seem to be plaguing it since its release. First of all, the matchmaking system and queues seem to have caught up with the supply issues in terms of being a real concern for the player base. It looks like the queues for some regions are excessive, and whilst I haven't experienced any queues longer than 5 minutes, most of my battles have been near instant matchmaking. I have seen a lot of issues surrounding the long queue times for other players, particularly in the North America region. Now, Sea of Thieves touted this new game mode as a quick play session mode for Sea of Thieves. They also discussed the game mode giving players that just one more game experience in the world of Sea of Thieves. Understandably, players are frustrated because the matchmaking times are really affecting the speed at which you can head back into battle. Not to mention the supply problem that larger crews face on a regular basis due to the rinse and repeat style gameplay loop that's involved. In all seriousness, matchmaking times and supplying up are becoming issues that are putting people off the new game mode altogether. Now don't get me wrong, the majority of the players who have these issues are dedicated core players who play this game on a daily basis and who aren't your average casual gamer. That being said, the core community are the life behind this game and many live service games, and so keeping them happy is essential to the life and health of the game. With a new game mode like this, it's really important that these issues are addressed, otherwise the new game mode could be dead before it's really had chance to flourish. Now, as I understand it, the matchmaking issues are going to be addressed at some point soon, and I'm sure they will iron things out and improve the speed at which you can find battles. However, in terms of the supply issue, we've had no official word or acknowledgement from Rare that this is even a problem they're aware of. I hope it is, and I would be very surprised if it wasn't at least on their radar. Initially, when the game mode had been out for a week or so, I did do a video talking about the supplies issue, and I was of the view that supplies didn't need to be changed. However, I've had a bit of a change of heart since. I've experienced more of the new game mode and experienced the gameplay loop on larger ships more often. On a sloop, the supply issues aren't too bad in my opinion. It doesn't take that long to grab cannons, captaincy supplies, or storage crate run. However, for a galleon, this task of stopping up for a fight, win or lose, can be really tedious. It can take a good hour to get properly stocked on a galleon, for a decent fight. And when you're having to do this between most fights, win or lose, then it really doesn't live up to the quick play experience that Rare wanted to achieve with this mode. My opinion at the moment is that they need to bump base supplies in adventure mode. Every ship spawns with default supplies, and these supplies haven't been updated for a very long time. If they could bump the supplies that you get on spawn, then the length of time required to restock after a fight would be much less. This could go some way into reducing the matchmaking times as well, because I would hope that it would mean less people stocking up and more people queuing for fights. Having said that, this new mode needs to be seen for what it really is, and that is a great addition to a wonderful sandbox game. Initially, yes, we're all going to be grinding out the new curses, but let's bear in mind that casual Sea of Thieves players probably feel the curses are very much a long-term goal. Much like Pirate Legend was in the first year of the game, it's something to be worked towards over a much longer term than perhaps some people understand. The fact that they have a reward for reaching level 1000 with each new faction is proof they are dedicated to keeping their game mode alive, and they know that people will be playing this mode for years to come, not just the first few weeks of this season. Sure, during the first few weeks, of course everyone dedicated is going to grind out those curses, but beyond that the game mode needs to be kept alive, and putting rewards behind insanely high levels definitely goes some way towards that. However, they really do need to address the matchmaking and supply issues soon, otherwise this new mode could go the same way that Arena did. As the game mode gets older, and the queue times will no doubt get longer due to a lesser and lesser player base engaging with the activity, and so it's really important that early on, while the game mode is fresh, matchmaking works as intended, and battles are quick and easy to get into. Hopefully Rare will address these issues soon, and maybe we'll see a standalone patch to address the issues and some of the bugs currently in the game. Let me know how you've been finding the new mode, how are your matchmaking times, and what servers are you playing on? Let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, then please do leave a like and subscribe for more Sea of Thieves content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the seas.